Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the Reptile Barn. I just saw something very cool that I wanted to talk about. I think this is important. What we are looking at is the enclosure for our juvenile female southern white-lipped python. This is a captive bred animal, okay? So that does maybe make a difference with what I'm about to talk about. So let me just go through a couple things. First off, this is a bioactive enclosure. Springtails, isopods, beetles, worms, live plants, etc. This animal just shed her skin yesterday morning, okay? And already, I'm so sorry about the spotty glass, by the way. You can see that the shed skin is all tore up. It's disappearing. It was a perfect shed yesterday, okay? It was all of a piece, no holes. I mean, it was perfect. And now it's coming apart. It's all frayed. There's large chunks of it missing. Here, down here, if you can see that, there's a kind of a broken up hairball. Unless there's a really big poop, I leave any waste, any byproduct from the snake to keep the plants and the invertebrate life healthy. Now, what I wanted to talk about. This is, without a doubt, my most nocturnal animal that I keep, okay? Very, 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 very rarely do I ever see this snake out during the day. On the same note, very, very, very rarely do I ever see this snake not out at night once the lights go off. However, look carefully. Tell me what you see. Do you see that? So, when I saw that she had shed, I went ahead and thawed a rat out for her, and I fed her last night, okay? And the male, too. Now, the male's in shed still, but he ate anyways, because these two really like food. Notice where she has positioned herself. Directly under the beam of the heat bulb, okay? So, to me, this is significant, and to some people it won't be, but I just wanted to point this out because there are behaviors that these reptiles and any animal will exhibit sometimes that are rare behaviors. We get so caught up in the frequent behaviors and how to take care of their needs that need to be met on an extremely regular, constant basis. Clearly, this snake ate a big old meal last night and felt like she needed a bit of extra heat to digest properly. And so even though this is a shy animal, this is a extremely nocturnal animal, here she is exposing multiple coils of her body right out in the open under her basking spot. Middle of the day. It's the middle of the day right now. It's not evening. It's not super, super early morning. It is the middle of the afternoon the next day after a big meal. And she is, one, look at that, just incredible iridescence. I hope that's showing up like a rainbow on her body. But two, she is basking. Now, I would hazard a guess that if I didn't have this quite busy setup, plants everywhere, leaf litter, branches, caves, water bowl, wood, just all over the place, I am not certain she would feel confident enough to do what she is doing. But because that place right there, that spot in her cage, is relatively hidden from view, she feels confident enough to come out and get this need met. Now, see, she hears me hovering, and now she's going to poke her nose out. I don't know if she'll be confident enough to stay there or not. So as soon as this video is done, I'm gonna leave and let her do what she wants. But I think that sometimes you'll see people say, okay, I have a hot spot, I have a hide on one side, a hide on the other side, and I have a water bowl. So I've met all their needs. I have a thermal gradient. I have fresh water. I keep it clean. I have 2 hide spots. I've got it. And I'm just not fully convinced that that is the case. Because if I had something that bare bones, I just don't know if she'd be out here basking right now. Again, this is all just thoughts I'm having. I'm not telling anybody how to keep your animals. The only thing I ever would say to somebody of what you should or shouldn't do, as if that was my job to tell people, is please, please, please make your decisions on what you think is best for your animal, not just what is best for you. Well, I like the look of this or that better, or I like the cost of this or that better, or whatever the case may be. This is easier to maintain. Is it best for your animal? If you think it is, then I will get off your case, and it's not my business anyways. But please just keep in mind, this is something that might happen with this particular animal less than 6 times per year that she feels the need to get this extra boost of heat during the day. And yet, clearly, this time around, she did. So I'm very happy that she feels confident enough to do this. I'm also thrilled right now that she's not running away to hide. She sees me. She clearly saw that I was there. You saw her tongue flicking a little bit ago. But she's confident enough. Now, this is the female. She's doing a lot better with socialization than the male. But I'm thrilled about this. So anyways, I just wanted to point this out. By the way, if anyone's curious, we have the upgraded enclosures preparing for this pair of white-lipped pythons that are quite a bit larger than these. And I already have my next inhabitants in mind of what's going to take over these enclosures once these two white lips have moved out into their larger enclosures. But yeah, so I just wanted to bring that thought up with you all. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. We can never reach perfection, of course. We shouldn't be punished or told you can't keep reptiles unless everything is 1000% perfect at all times. That's unreasonable. However, I just thought this was worth pointing out, and you guys can take this information or leave it however you wish. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, we're the Reptile Barn.